Well, hello, this is a quick hip session for all of us out there, and I wanted to create this short and sweet, but it's really profound and it's deep and it works. This hip session is all about finding stability in our hips, nice and stable, giving ourselves space and finding even more room than we might think we have in our hips, because a lot of times we sit there and we struggle in hip openers. I know I do, especially. I'm a tighter person. And so this hip session is just a few really nice hip openers, not too long, and this is something you can do every day. So it's just another video to prove to us that we do have time, that we can come to the yoga mat, that we can get off our computer for a moment and have a little stretch sesh. And this one is primarily focused on the hips. So what I have for us today is 2 blankets and 3 blocks. So if you don't have any of those things, you can use blankets from your bed, you can use books, you can get really creative. These props are also very inexpensive, and it is awesome to have some always by your side anyway. So I am a big advocate for props. So please find what you need for this particular session. And we're gonna start in tabletop. So that's shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, and I actually like to take my block. This is from the Katona yoga method that I've been talking about in all of my videos if you've been practicing with me. And I like to measure out so that my wrists, my forearms create a nice 90-degree foundation so it's stable. And then the same thing with my thighs. So I'm not too far forward, I'm not too far back. We're finding the same 90-degree angle so that we know we have some nice clean lines to work with, that we're nice and stable. From here, I untuck my toes, I push into the tops of my feet, which is actually really hard to do, because right now you could be doing it, be like, yeah, this is easy, right? But then as we start to move, we forget. So please be mindful to continually push into the tops of the feet. And I'll remind you, we're just gonna start with some cat-cows. We're gonna inhale, IQ differently, drop the head around the back, push into the tops of the feet. Good, and then exhale, we look out. So we keep going like that, push into the tops of the feet. As you inhale, drop the head around the back, really push into the palms of the hands, see if you can get lift off. Exhale, reach the heart forward, lift the head up, stick the butt out, push through the tops of the feet. Keep going, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we keep going. And we're just flushing out the hip joint, trying to awaken some things, some sludge, everything that kind of sits there. It's our biggest joint of the body. Seeing where we can create space, get over ourselves, get off of ourselves. Did you lose the tops of the feet? If you did, push into the tops of the feet. Inhale in, exhale out. 3 more times like that. Inhale, exhale. In and out. Good. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to speed up the process, and you can watch for a moment, but it looks like this. When we go in, when we go out, then in, out, 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 in. And we keep going. And don't worry so much about the head. I want it to be more about the hips. So it's like this little match that's striking the matchbook, and you want to light the fire. That's what your pelvis is doing. In, out, in, out, in, out. And it feels a little foreign if you've never done it before, but stay with me. Keep going, keep striking the match. Good, 3 more times. And then we slow down. And we stir the hips. That might have made you feel a little dizzy, totally normal. Stir the hips, one direction. Push into the tops of the feet. So all that really does is get the fire ignited in the pelvis. We go down in the basement of our houses to turn on the heat, right? We don't go into our heads, into the attics to turn on the heat. Stir the hips the other direction.